Coach, we heard about Coach Aldrich's excursion to get to Minnesota. Can you talk about yours a little bit?
Ours, wasn't as bad. Being a woman, I think I'm a little smarter. Just kidding. We left a little earlier on Thursday, so we were able to kind of beat the storm. I mean, we hit some of the pretty bad one by Rugby. So we had slow traveling getting to Grand Forks. But once we got to Grand Forks, we were able to get to Bemidji pretty easily. And then, of course, in Bemidji and Crookston, wasn't bad. But getting back, we kind of got stuck in Grand Forks for the night, and then made it back on Sunday. But for our sake, it was a little easier than football's because we got to leave that day earlier. So.
And then your matchups, Bemidji, a 3-1 game, and then Crookston, you get probably your best performance maybe in a couple of years. Can you talk about both matches?
Bemidji, we were going into the match. Of course, we had lost Jeannie Brenner to an ACL tear a few days prior, and then last week, and then we were down Amari Walton, our other outside, due to a concussion. So we were down 2 starters. So we were playing some girls that we felt could contribute. They were off a little, so we threw in Caitlin Messner, Minot High alum, and she came in and did a really good job on Friday night, giving us points on that outside, which in the game of volleyball, you're not going to fare very well if your outsides can't score. So, our middle started really coming in. We fought hard. It just, little things didn't go our way. But then on Saturday, we kind of started kicking a little bit. And then in the second set, we had the lead. Nicole Vondrasic goes out for an outside hit and comes down, and out goes the knee. So I think that affected the girls a little bit when within 10 days you see 2 of your senior girls go down with a knee injury. As a coach, you hope it doesn't affect you too much, but I think it kind of was like an awe moment going, well, what's going on? But then they fought back and they battled. But we just, at that point, now you're down 3 starters. And our younger girls did a great job of battling, but we got into a rotation where you had 2 really new players in the court, and the middle was Haley had a fantastic game, but when you're out of system a little bit and you have 2 really young girls kind of going at them, I think the inexperience showed up, and then they didn't want to make those mistakes that they felt could cost the team, so they kind of hit a little scared. And when you do that in the game of volleyball, usually what happens is you're going to make the mistakes. So we're trying to get it through to these girls that I'd rather have them go up and hit the ball like I know they're capable of doing. And if they don't hit it in the lines, then I can deal with that. We're just struggling on the whole fact of we go up a little scared. And then the same result happens. So I would rather have them just go up and play the way they know they're capable of.
How do you see the rotations working out with the injuries now moving forward?
Well, we have a day to figure it out. And that's, the bad thing is again, because of our conference in the NSIC, we're having Northern walk in, who I think they were like 7th or something in the country, and they just upset Duluth. So I'm sure they're going to be ranked pretty good, maybe 3. So we'll figure it out, We have some hitters now that just have to step up. Shelby really stepped up. Shelby had a career game. Haley had a career game. Emily had one of her best games. Mac and Quinn and Koza and Shay, they dug amazingly. So we just got to keep working. And like I said, this is a unique team. And I think if it was going to happen to any team, it stinks that it's happening to this group. But this group is strong enough as a team that they've really focused on being together, and nobody's pointing fingers and nobody's yelling at each other. There's no dissension in the locker room. There's none of that. It's they all want to do their job. They all want to help us win. And so I'm, during stuff like this, like they say, when it rains, it pours. I'm so grateful to have a team that's going through it like this group, because they're going to come to practice, they're going to be ready to work, and they're going to do what we ask them to do, and they're going to fight. And, as a coaching staff, we've got to figure out a rotation that could withstand some things, and you might see some craziness coming out of it. But, I do trust, our experience, but I am just very grateful that we have a group of girls that we have right now that they just keep working and they keep fighting. And like I said, we enjoy our time together, and You know, usually at this time, coaches and players are at odds, and we're stronger than ever. And that's not something we're just saying. I mean, you could ask any one of those girls. I mean, this has been the strongest group of girls I think I've ever been around. And it stinks that it's happening to them, that, you know, we're losing starters and injuries and just little things are happening. But, and they just keep going. So I'm pretty proud of them.
Going 5 sets against, in your last match, you set a bunch of school records, a bunch of personal bests for kids. What does that say about this group?
They're awesome. I mean, I can't say enough about them. You know, they are just unique in the fact that they truly care about each other. And, you know, we talk a lot about family, and we talk about being a team and being there. And, you know, there's other things that we could fix and everything. But when it comes to them truly being a team and truly being there for each other, that's what they do. And I think that's what's helped us. Instead of falling apart, we just keep going. And yeah, maybe we're not getting the wins. And, you know, these two stung this week because we know at full strength, we walk in, we get those games. We really do. We know that we go in there and we're the better team. But the way the girls just continuously fought, knowing they were going in this weekend down 2 starters, they still believed and they still made it tough on them. And, you know, game 5, anytime you're at home on a game 5, you love it. When you're on the road on a game 5, it could go either way. But, you know, the girls were down and they still fought to take the lead and had a chance to win it. So, but I can't say enough about them. I really can't. And as a coach, you know, we're not just about wins and losses. They're learning a lot of life lessons, and you find out what type of people you are when things don't go your way, and when you're not winning. I think is really when you find out what a type of competitor you have. And these are a group of girls that I have no worry about in the real world, that they're going to do fantastic things because of the things they've gone through and the things that they continue to go through. But they're gonna shape this world, and we need it right now. And I'm just honored to be part of it.